You're about to learn how to create the most realistic text-to-speech online just like this.
Driving down the wing, pace to Bernie, skips past one, skips past two.
Smell that, lads! That's the scent of freedom. And just a hint of mutiny.
With ElevenLabs AI text-to-speech, you're going to learn how to use the text-to-speech generator, what voices and text-to-speech models to use for your content, how to use text-to-voice to create custom voices using the voice design tool, how to use expressive audio tags to perfect the delivery of your voiceovers, and finally, download, share, and use your audio. And all of this from the comfort of your browser, but don't worry if you're viewing on your mobile, we also have an Android and iOS app, which we'll cover in another video. Now to get started, you can click on the first link in the description down below, which will take you straight to ElevenLabs. Here, you can start making text-to-speech for free. In ElevenLabs, click on text-to-speech in the left sidebar. Now, we're in the text-to-speech tool. To start, it's as easy as typing out what voiceover you would like, just like you would text anywhere else. To listen back to it, you just have to click the Generate Speech button at the bottom.
So, yesterday at the beach, oh my days, I can't even say it.
To customize the output of our audio generation, we have a bunch of different options. The most important thing being the AI voice model you're using. If we click on the model, you'll see we have a few options to choose from. We're going to focus on the 11 Multilingual V2 and 11 V3 Alpha. 11 V3 is designed for highly expressive, emotionally rich speech synthesis. Multilingual V2 focuses on natural sounding, consistent speech. Now 11 V3 is the most recent model, but you'll notice that it's still in alpha. We first released V3 Alpha in June 2025, and at the time of recording this video, a month later, it's still in alpha, or research preview mode, meaning it requires a bit more prompting to get the exact output you're looking for. But what you can achieve is incredibly good text-to-speech that sounds human-like.
Okay, you are not going to believe this. You know how I've been totally stuck on that short story? Like staring at the screen for hours, just nothing?
Multilingual V2 supports 29 languages, but 11 V3 supports more than 70. There's also a bunch of other models like Flash V2.5, which prioritize speed and low latency, making it ideal for real-time applications and conversational AI. Now with Multilingual V2, you can choose a voice by opening up the voice menu and browsing the list. Then you customize the output by adjusting the sliders below, like speed, which affects the speed of your output. Then we have stability, where increasing it makes the voice more consistent between generations, but it can also make it sound a bit more monotone, so with longer text fragments, we recommend lowering this value. After that, we have similarity. Sliding this up high boosts overall voice clarity and target speaker similarity, but if you go too high, it can cause artifacts, so I recommend leaving this on the default. And then below that, you have style exaggeration. This is a setting that amplifies the stylistic characteristics of a voice, increasing the variation and expressiveness of the generated speech. However, having this high can lead to instability such as inconsistent speed, mispronunciations, or extra sounds, so we generally recommend keeping this at 0. And then finally, at the bottom, we have the speaker boost toggle, which boosts the similarity of synthesized speech and voice at the cost of some generation speed. For all of these settings, we suggest playing around with them, but the default settings have been chosen to help you create the best text-to-speech possible. Now, if we switch to the 11 V3 model, you'll notice that most of these settings disappear. This is because the way you use and interact with the model is mainly done through what we call audio tags. When you're creating text-to-speech with ElevenLabs, with previous models, the way the speech is delivered depends on the context of your prompt. So you would type out things the way they would be written in a book. So for example,
"This was great," he said happily.
But the issue here, as you just heard, is that you still get the "he said happily" generated, so you still have the directions baked into the voice generation. But with 11 V3, we're providing the context and direction of the delivery through these audio tags, and these can be anything you want. So for example, here's the same line without audio tags.
"This was great."
And now imagine we want this line delivered with a laugh. We'll add the laugh audio tag just before the line.
"This was great."
As you can see, these make a huge difference, and that's the power of 11 V3. It's expressiveness. And audio tags can be whatever you can think of. Simply describe how you want the delivery the same way you would direct an actor. Simply put the description between square brackets. It's then highlighted into purple, which means it's an audio tag. You can then start combining multiple audio tags to get some really creative outputs just like this.
"I was this close, but I just couldn't do it."
To give you some inspiration, here's a list of audio tags you can use. Or, if you want it done for you, click Enhance at the bottom and ElevenLabs will add audio tags automatically to help guide the delivery of your prompt. Now, one important thing to note with 11v3 is that not all voices are designed to work well with the model. So what you need to do is make sure you choose a voice from the best voices for v3 category. But if you can't quite find the voice you're looking for, you can actually create your own using the ElevenLabs voice design tool.
I must say your voice models are out of this world!
Voice design is a text-to-voice tool that allows you to describe the style of voice you want. This tool is particularly useful when you want a unique voice for a project, like a video game character.
We're 5 minutes away from the drop zone. Stay focused and regroup as you get on the ground.
Or maybe a particular type of narrator.
Once upon a time, on a little planet called 11.
Or even
A new voice for you to use in your content.
to create your own voice, click on the Voices tab in the left sidebar, and then click on Create or Clone a Voice. And here, we then want to click on Voice Design. Now here, the prompt is the foundation of your voice. The more descriptive and granular prompts tend to yield a more accurate and nuanced result. Details such as age, gender, tone, accent, pacing, emotion, style, all have a big impact on the voice generated. However, sometimes short and simple prompts can also work, especially when you're aiming for a more neutral or broadly usable voice. For example, a calm male narrator might give you exactly what you need without going into too much detail. Once you've written a strong voice prompt, the text you use to preview that voice plays a crucial role in shaping how it actually sounds. The preview text acts like a performance script. It sets the tone, the pacing, and the emotional delivery that the voice will attempt to match. So for the prompt, this is what I'm going to put. And then for the text preview, I'm going to put thoughtful, should we have a barbecue? Sigh, I just can't get enough of them. Laugh audio tag, I love a good barbecue. Another laugh audio tag. Now we just click generate. ElevenLabs then provides us with 3 different voices for us to choose from. So let's listen to them.
Should we have a barbecue? I just can't get enough of them. I love a good barbecue.
Should we have a barbecue? I just can't get enough of them. I love a good barbecue.
Should we have a barbecue? I just can't get enough of them. I love a good barbecue.
Then we just select the one we like best. From here, you can then name it, label it, and give it a description so you can easily find it later and remember what voice it is. Once you click Save Voice, you'll then be able to select it and use it with your text-to-speech. And all of the voices made with voice design are optimized to be used with the 11v3 model, making them highly expressive. So, back in the text-to-speech tool, I've generated a quick voiceover with my new voice.
I've been walking these streets longer than you can imagine, kid.
And so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, what do I do if I want to use it in my content? Once you've generated your voiceover, you can download your generations by clicking on the download icon. And then you'll have the MP3 file saved to your computer or phone if you're on mobile. You can also share it directly to social media as a video by clicking the share button, and it will give you a video with your prompt animated and synced to your voice generation that you can download instantly.
Where's that steak I ordered? I guess I'll just sit and wait with my drink.
And if you ever want to go back to a previous prompt or generation, you can click on the History tab next to the settings. Here, you can then find your entire history, and you can reuse a prompt or download an old generation. And that is how to create human-like text-to-speech with ElevenLabs. To get started, you can click on the first link in the description down below, where you can also find the documentation and links to the mobile apps. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more from the ElevenLabs team, don't forget to like and subscribe and ask any questions in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.